Hello, hello. I am so glad that you downloaded the Energetic Decluttering Checklist. And this video here is to help you get the most out of the checklist and to actually get moving, right? So you get the results that you want. You attract the love, you attract the wealth, you bring in good health. Because a checklist, I love a good checklist, a checklist without action behind it, without movement, will have no results. We could download checklists all day long. So, if you've downloaded a ton of checklists in the past and haven't done anything with this, let this one be different for you. Let this be different because I am here to support you on this energetic decluttering checklist. I'm Unison Frances. I'm a certified professional organizer. I live in San Diego, California. I'm the mother of two boys, 6 and 7, as the recording of this. And I've got two cats who are both boys and a husband. My house never looks like a show house, right? We live in our homes, but it is decluttered and organized enough for us to get the most out of life. What I like to say is, we live in our house. We're not fighting our house. So if you feel sometimes like you're fighting your house, you're definitely in the right spot here. I definitely lean towards the woo-woo side of the energetics and how our stuff affects our stuff. So you know that the things around you are actually either supporting you or distracting you, right? You've maybe heard that phrase that says, you know, clutter, physical clutter equals mental clutter, but it actually goes even deeper. Physical clutter can also carry trauma. Physical clutter can connect you to old love or hold you stuck emotionally. And physical clutter is also sometimes affecting your health, even more so than, the dust that surrounds you or when you get whiplash every time you open a drawer. So it's time to get yourself unstuck by shifting some of these things out of your home and finding your next step. That's what we're doing with this energetic checklist, decluttering checklist. The physical energy. This so often is what we feel the most, right? It affects everybody. That the things you see all over the place that actually are tiring you, or they're little pulls and they add stress to your life. How many times are we looking for that Tupperware and we can't find the lid to it, or socks without a mate? Those little pulls on your energy are not only frustrating, but they also are exhausting to you. So these are a list, you can read it here. This is a list of some of the things that you can get rid of in your home that will give you back your physical energy. Also, if you are living in a situation where you have to move something to get to something else, that is a big that's a big stress on your physical energy, right? So if you have like a box that lives in front of your printer, you have to physically move that box before you get to that printer. That's something maybe you could look at eliminating from your home, from your environment, to also help with your gaining back your physical energy. Look for ways around your house to make things easiest for you, right? So that's the physical energy, and I'll let you explore this checklist a little more. Moving on. This one is sometimes the unseen. Maybe we hold on to these as more of a sentimental attachment, people say, or memorabilia. But sometimes they are, they're attached to a person maybe we don't want to remember in our lives every time we see that picture frame. So, really understanding the relationship between the person, the things, and our own self is very important to the emotional attachment. So if you're looking at this list and you're like, oh my gosh, I could never get rid of XYZ. Okay, like I see on here, old diaries and journals. If you're just offended that I would even suggest that, please notice the little disclaimer down here that says, I am in no way telling you that you must get rid of anything. This is not a commandment of Unison. This is a suggestion. So I like to think that decluttering is like an onion. Sometimes it makes you teary, but also it happens in layers. Even for me, just the other day, I pulled out a box of CDs. The only CD player I have in my life anymore is in the car. And I found so many CDs of music that I just stream. But I took a pause, right? I took that breath and I was like, do I really want to get rid of these CDs? They have this big sentimental attachment to me. And truth be told, some of them are still in this box here, and I am going to keep them because for me, that sentimental attachment is strong and I want to keep it. But there was a box of CDs that went too. So anyway, so find your own layer is what I'm saying. Please, please, please only go for the things that make sense to you. You might be looking at the one that says old wedding rings. I know that one sounds so tough. But here's the thing about old wedding rings. If you have been through a divorce and you are holding on to that ring, just examine why you're holding on to it. And is it actually an emotional block from bringing in new love, whether it be self love or a new relationship into your life? Now, part of you might be saying, but I love that ring. Well, of course you do. Maybe you picked it out, or maybe you gave the suggestions of what you wanted it to look like. So just think on some of the things on the checklist. If some items are heavy hitters and you don't want to go there yet, like a wedding ring, go for the ones that are easy, like holy underwear. Get rid of those. Treat yourself with some self love, right? Go for the easy, low hanging fruit. And then as this gets, deeper as we go, if you'd like, go for the harder ones. That's it. Everyone is at a different level or layer of the onion. So that's why I gave so many examples. I love this one so much. This is actually why I went into being a professional organizer, because I wanted to attract wealth and invite creativity into my life. One thing I do for fun is I am a singer-songwriter, and I noticed that my muse, she is a snob. She will not come and visit me with beautiful lyrics and melodious melodies until she has a clear space, right? I get easily distracted. So if I'm looking around my room and there's a pile of laundry that needs to be cleaned, or books out of order, that's where my attention is, and I'm not connected to what I call source. You might call God, the universe. So when you're not connected, when there's clutter clogging up that pipeline, you don't get the goods, you don't get the creativity. It goes on to someone else. So here on this list is some things that I let go of and that I help my clients let go of to just connect them to their creativity. I feel like there is nothing worse than getting a bolt of creativity. My muse is like, use this line. And then I reach for a pen to write, and the pen scratches on the paper and there's no ink. That automatically, that little shift, oh, that mood shift is enough to like take you out of that creative source flow, right? And all of the sudden you're in this like, bad mood and you have to go find another pen to work. Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever felt that or been there with me? Oh, I know. So things like that. Like, why would we keep a pen around that doesn't work? Why would we keep around uninspiring artwork or old magazines? Let's let them go. Let them go to create flow. So lastly, I'm Unison Frances, and I am so glad that you downloaded this checklist and that you're just going to start looking at your things differently. Look at your home as a place that you want to live in and for it to support you, and that you're done fighting with it, right? So As we go on, please, please, please feel free to email me. Let me know which energetic checklist really speaks to you, what you're working on, and keep me informed on your journey. And I hope to support you very soon.